Hi, this is Jesse with J2 Taxidermy. So we're gonna do a quick skinning video to show you how to prep a deer skull for European mount. We got this deer that was donated to us by a local guy that he kept in his freezer. So yeah, we're just gonna give you a demonstration how to skin it, remove the lower jaw, the eyes, all the extra meat to do a proper European mount. So all right, yeah, we're gonna get right into it. So basically for your first cut, you're gonna wanna start right here where the lips meet, and you just come straight up. You're gonna go between the antlers and the ears, all the way around to the other side. So I'll do that quick. And one of the best knives we found to use is a Havalon number 70 with a number 70 blade. They're super sharp and easy to replace and really helps get things going quicker. So yeah, and we've skinned quite a few skulls over the years, and this is definitely the most efficient way to do it. So, and then we got that cut done, so your next one, you're gonna just come right between the ears and right to the back there to just kind of separate that. So you grab an ear and you just start peeling everything back, nice and easy, so you don't slice your fingers open. These blades are pretty sharp. So I just kind of work my way around the jaw. I'm going kind of slow so you can see what we're doing here. And we just start here at right where the teeth are, and you just work that down on this side. Slice that ear off, and that gets rid of that chunk there. And then I always start right here just between the nose and the eye, and you just work kind of at a slight angle so you're not cutting the bone, because you don't want any knife marks in it. But then I will cut right here in front of the eye, and I'll show you why I do that later. I don't actually cut that skin off yet, but we'll come right up to the base. So to get around the pedicle, always keep your knife facing up towards the pedicle. That way you can work around that and get all of the hair off. And then I will kind of terminate that cut back here. And you just slice down nice and even. And then same thing on this side. You're going to want to leave some skin here, and I'll show you here in just a sec why. And just work that up right to the pedicle. Make sure you get all the hair off. If you cut down like this, you're going to leave quite a bit of hair, and it's going to dull your knife up pretty quick when you're cutting through hair. So we're just going to work around that pedicle on this side. And you can actually usually rip that right off. Alright, so now for this tough to piece, why we left that. It's really good to hang on to while you're getting the eye out, as the eyes can be very slippery. And you're just gonna kind of work your way around first part, and then you follow the inside of the eye socket and just kind of make a ring around the eye as close to the bone as you can get it, and grab a little piece here, and you're going to cut that optical nerve right there, and then your eye will come right out like so. Really help. This tuft of hair really helps get a grip on it. Makes it a heck of a lot faster. So then we just work right around the pedicle. Try to get as much of that hair as we can. And same thing on this. You just work right around that eye socket. Definitely have to move it around quite a bit. So once you've worked around that as much as you can, you just, same deal, grab that optical, grab the eye and cut that optical nerve, and then the eye will come right out. So now, just kind of flip it right here. This particular one has a little bit of the vertebrae on. So you find basically the top part of the skull, and you just slice straight down to that atlas joint. And there's no reason at all to use a Sawzall on this. You can do it all by knife. And what you're going to do is cut right between those two joints here and cut that brain stem. And then we're going to flip it over and come in from the back side. And just right in between there, cut this side of it. And then you just whip that right off. Okay, come over here a little bit. So now we're going to remove the lower jaw. So there's this little bone right here that connects the tongue to the actual top part of the skull. And you can feel this bone right here. We're going to come right between that. And there's a joint right down here that you just cut that. It's really going to help to, here, I'll slice that bone off so you can kind of see it. Yeah, so this bone right here, you're going to want to disconnect that from the top part of the jaw. It's really going to save you some dick weight move. But I'll do that right here on this side as well. All right, so we got those two bones disconnected. Now we're just gonna slide our knife right down here, kind of parallel, and just slice right back here to the nasal cavities. And you can kind of see right here now, we can see the tongue. We've disconnected all this meat and tissue. So I'll slide my knife right up the hinge on the jawbone, up into the eye socket on both sides. And just all the way to the top. And we do that on both sides of the jaw. And this is really going to help so you don't have to fight getting the jaw off. With deer, it's not a huge deal. They're pretty easy to muscle off, but an elk, bison, moose, they can be a little bit more tricky. And I just make a little cut right here where that hinge connects to the top skull on both sides. And then right in here, do a little slicey. Just the more you can cut, the less muscle you gotta use. So then you can just flip her up and that jaw comes right off. Now we got this bulk meat. It's right behind the eye. We're gonna remove all of that. And you just follow the bone. You don't have to hack just chunks of meat. You just follow the bone around. Get you a nice clean cut. So we got that piece off, and then we will trim up a little bit of this right underneath the eye. And same deal, you just follow that bone around. Get as much as you can. the more you get off, the less you have to cook when you're doing a boil job. If you're doing this for yourself, or if you're packing it out, that's less weight to pack out. So same deal on this side. Just follow the bone down and just cut that meat right out. So like I said, we've skinned upwards of 20,000 skulls here, and this is by far the most efficient way to do them. Yep, and that's all you really have to get off. Yeah, this guy is ready to go to your taxidermist for beetle cleaning, or if you're going to do it yourself using one of our skull cleaning kits. This is about where you're going to want it, and that's going to reduce your boil time tremendously. So one other thing we will do before we boil it is we will pull the brain out, but we will show that in another video. So, yep, appreciate it. And yeah, good luck out hunting this year.